She says 1 month. Please, Coco, I just want to tell us. Maybe it is my feeling. So every time she's so
Kondizi bafethu, welcome to yet another scrumptious episode. I'm your man, your host tonight, James Wakatke, and I'm in the order different this time. We are Manompo Wakazungu, indoda enja abe seminary na kwistudio zethu, indoda ke ibisebenza behind the scenes in the few weeks. Kanti ke sihamba namadoda amatsha apha eseminary obandile amadoda amafutshane. Behind the scenes, sinawake amadoda amakhulu, kwi-cameraman, unkabinde, indoda enkulu kakhulu, ayogqitha amanye amadoda kanti ke nendoda ke entsha apha kwi-cameras, urhomo, bathi inkomo edubula ezinye inkomo. Umbo? Hey, awutswana ziba. Introduce yourself to the guy.
Khotso bana beso ka lebitso ke Mpho Zungu ho tswa kona Kronstadt Maokeng. Today we have first year philosophers. Can they please introduce themselves? My brother, take us.
Evening everyone. My name is Fisimbilo Lamini from the Thousands of Manzini. Thank you.
Everyone, greetings to you all. My name is Bandile Makutulela from Diocese of Dundee.
Welcome, gents, welcome. I don't know now whether you are scared of the audience because you are not like this in human circumstances. You are too loudly, you are running around, I don't know. But for tonight, we are having fun with these guys. And as we said behind the scenes, these are not your classmates now, okay? If we have to hammer them with questions, and if they have to expose anyone, this is the chance. Gentlemen, tell us about your initial steps when you wanted to accept and to respond to God's call. What was happening? Take the people, somebody who might want to join the seminary also in the future. What are the steps and what was happening precisely with your life?
Yeah, starting from where I realized that maybe one day I may be one of the priests.
Okay.
I started as an altar server. I used to go with my priest wherever.
Were you inspired by him?
Oh yes,
Okay.
yes.
Your parish priest?
Yes. Yeah. It was Father Mbata at the time. He's a 2R. He inspired me a lot. He taught me how to pray. Taught me to behave.
Okay.
Because most of the time I was in the parish, so I was really touched by when we go visit the sick, go to the funeral, do masses, and traveling. You know, the priest they like to travel. So, but see, I was not sure when I was doing grade 12. I was not sure either this is my calling or what. It's come from my heart. I was doubting a lot. 2021, around October, I applied to my VD.
Okay.
And then he responded as December. He responded, and then he said for 2022. They are going to take us to the checkups. But otherwise, we are accepted by the diocese. And then around February, then he sent me an email. Then he said I'm accepted in Cape Town. And my results are.
Now tell us about that feeling, to be accepted. Maybe I should ask you about that. When you were accepted in Cape Town, what was happening, in your mind? I'm sure there's a lot of maybe some kind of excitement and at the same time maybe some fears that it does happen to anybody when they are exploring to something new. What was happening with your case?
Oh yeah. You have mentioned a very essential point where you said excitement, and I was excited, but initially I had some feel like what will happen if I'm not being accepted. And you see, it was a very good moment for me.
Sure.
I tried to share with my friends and just to make sure that the people that I'm socializing with are aware of what is happening in my life, and also try to share with my family, because the family is very essential in such things. You have to inform them what is happening for you, and so that.
Are they Catholic?
Yes, they are.
Both of you?
Yes.
No,
not you. Okay, yeah, that's very interesting though, because we assume that I'm also I'm the first Catholic at home. There was never Catholic at home, and it's even worse that you go for the priesthood, which is a foreign thing. You know, so tell us more. I mean, how did you tell your parents that you're? Did you tell them? You know, because it happens that you don't tell them the whole truth. What is happening? You're not going to get married and all that, and they think that okay, he's going to become a priest, get married, get a salary every month. Did you tell the truth?
So, on my maternal side, they are Catholics, but I was raised on the paternal side.
Oh,
so I follow my mother. So when I tell my grandmother from my paternal side that I want to be a priest, no ways, you can't do that. She said she want money, children, all this stuff. I said, but please, Coco, I just want to try this thing. Maybe it is my thing. So every time she saw me going to the church, every time and everything.
So, my brother, like really, you want to be a priest? Don't you want to get married, maybe, you know, have a kid, Nyana? Yeah?
No, I wish to have some, but because of the way that I choose, I can't. So I have to follow what the church teaches in order to teach it once.
Okay. So let's talk about like the early stages of formation. We were in Cape Town last year. So when you guys got there, so what were your expectations about the place, and were they fulfilled?
I think my expectations were fulfilled, because I thought initially I thought that a seminary is a place where maybe you pray the whole day and and you study the Bible, you see.
Only.
Yeah. But then when I reached there, I discovered that there are many things you are expected to do, like manual work, something that will keep you fit somehow. And also we get the opportunity to play soccer, get the opportunity to know how to cook, because in Cape Town on Sundays we used to cook for ourselves. See. So I think for me it was a good experience. It was a very exciting experience.
Any challenges that you guys maybe might have encountered?
Oh yes, of course. You see, when there are people living in the same community and you are from different backgrounds, cultures, you see, it takes time for one to get to know how other people are.
I think, but that's a very important question that we don't normally engage. I mean, even among groups of friends, different backgrounds, we expect everybody to think the way you do.
Yes.
And you forget that, look, I'm from the Bundus of the Eastern Cape, you from the, the Free State, he's from Eswatini, So we forget that. But I think also we need to be honest to ask people like Ohomo, because I'm sure there's a lot that they are hiding. I think that's the next time. Father Skosana Hamad about this time. Bapulapuli, next time we're going to ask the cameraman to appear. Sometimes they even wear vests. I want to show you something next time. But Mpo, you know, maybe the guys can also share about their holiday sphere. What do they do? You know, maybe someone there wants to come to the seminary. I mean, you know, on Sundays and in big feast days, there are visitors who come. But I'm sure they are asking, what do brother do when they're on holiday? You know?
Yes. For me, on my first holiday from seminary, I went home, and obviously my grandmother was happy to see me. What did I do? First week I was at home, but the rest of the 4 weeks I was in the parish.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I was in the parish, staying with my priest there. It was a nice experience coming from seminary and then go home, and all people they come to you, they call you brother.
It's very nice.
Yeah. But it was a big challenge, because now in the seminary they taught me other things. So now when I'm trying to integrate them to the people, they think that now you think that you are superior, but no.
Levels.
Yes. You see, I'm not used to the language of the community outside, you see. So yeah, it was hard, but I tried to engage with them. Yeah, but I hope that the next time when I'm going for my holidays, I will be able to handle my strategies.
I wish people can see you outside of a studio.
Without a castle.
You know, you know, and I was looking at I think it was your, after your acceptance here, I noticed that when you first wore your cassocks, people couldn't believe the Sunday visitors. I mean, your height doesn't correspond, and you know, you look like somebody who's in the high school still, and yeah. But let's move a little bit on the studies. You know, I'm sure you tell people at home that you're doing philosophy, and it sounds foreign and it sounds big. How do you explain that? What do you say you do actually in philosophy?
Oh yeah. That's the. I think that's a difficult one. Difficult one, because it's first time doing philosophy, and most of the things that we are doing, they are very new.
Yeah.
And some of them are very difficult to conceptualize, because you see, for us, we're dealing with the ancient philosophy. So you see, those people who, because I can say that you are doing things that were done by people before that existed at that time. So you see, there are like Heraclitus. There are things that it has to believe. So because it is my brother, you know that.
No.
Actually, what I'm interested in is can you kindly like contrast between the academic structure of the seminary and when you were still in high school? Is there any difficulties?
Okay.
How do you manage all your academic work?
Here in the seminary is like we have a timetable, a daily timetable, and in high school we didn't have a daily timetable, like even if after school hours. So here it's a bit better, because you can just follow the timetable, but know what to do at a specific time, because you have to be a person who is accountable. So, and here we are getting to be disciplined ourselves,
Okay.
And in high school, it was not the case, because sometimes you, after studies, you go home and you find there are home chores, like you, for me.
Now you have to clean.
For me, at home with the cows, and after school maybe I have to go and fetch them. But here I know that after classes I follow timetable. Maybe I go play soccer. After playing soccer, I know that I'm going to study. So
speaking of sports, in what way does St. John Vianney foster community life amongst the brothers? Are there any activities or retreats?
Yeah, I think the seminary is doing a great job in fostering a community life, because every Monday there is time for recreation.
Okay.
You can go and play maybe indoor games like snooker, where maybe you will be playing with other people, because you can't play snooker alone. And also you can go maybe Wednesdays and Fridays, you go and play soccer.
Okay.
And also there will be people there, you can't play those sports alone. So I think the center is doing a great job in trying to make an individual mingle with other people.
You spoke about your first parish priest, or the parish priest who inspired you. You mentioned that he was a TOR.
Yes, TOR.
How come you didn't become one? Why did you choose to become a diocesan instead? I mean, you can't be inspired by a TOR and then you choose another one. What went wrong or what went right?
Actually, myself, I have a spirituality of the Franciscans.
Oh,
yes, I have a spirituality of the Franciscans. Yes, I was inspired by a TOR party. When I was a server, we used to go workshop, and then when
vocation workshop.
Yes, where the different kinds of religions will come and
share their stories.
There was this priest, Father Zikubu. He's a diocesan. When he shared a life of a diocesan, I thought to myself, oh no man, maybe the diocese needs me.
Oh,
yes. Maybe the diocese needs me sing our small Lanyana diocese there, struggling with vocations, and then I said, let me join them.
Well, I think let's go to the break.
Yes.
We are coming back right now. We just take a very small and short commercial break. We'll see you now. We're at SJV Studios. Sharp.
When I take my phone from the first time, she says, one man, please, Coco, I just want to tell maybe it is my favorite. So every time she's so to the church.
Has got 4 pillars.
Okay.
And a person has to make sure that he balances those aspects.
Yeah. Can you share the 4 pillars to our viewers? Maybe they might be interested in 4 pillars.
Maybe I would say
4 pillars, and then they look at
maybe the first one will be the intellectual formation, and the other one spiritual, and then the
human.
Human,
And another one.
Welcome back baphulaphuli nababukeli ekhaya. Silapha ke kwistudio zethu John Vianney. Umamele okanye ubukele i-podcast SJV Conversation. Njengoba besitshilo ke ekuqaleni, we have young guys, very, very young guys in the seminary who are here again, having a nice conversation with us, a scrumptious conversation with us. Andihamba ndodwa ke benditshilo ndihamba nomntu wakwaZungu. my co-host tonight. You spoke about a spirituality of the friars, the Franciscans, and whereas you are a diocesan, maybe a young man like you is asking, how come? What motivated that, or what is behind that? Tell us more. Tell us more about your spirituality.
The way I was staying with my priest, because the two are used to come there.
Okay.
The
TORs.
TOR, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, they used to come there. The diocesan, I know them 2020.
Oh.
Yeah, diocesan.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was something new.
Yeah, it was something new. What the time when I'm saying the spirituality of the Franciscans, the way they live, the sense of community, you see, they share everything.
Wow.
They live a simple life. So everything for them is simple, like Ubaba or Francis. Yes. Yeah.
I concur with my brother here, you know, because there's something that happened today. I went to the mall with him, so I forgot my bank card. So
you practice
exactly. So when we got to the when we got to the mall, I was like, my brother, I left my card in my room. He was like, nah, don't worry. How much do you need? I'm like, ish. Nah, $100 will be okay. He's like, oh. Then I'll give it back to you tomorrow. Nah, don't worry, man. Save it. I'm like, wow, my brother.
Yeah,
you are
it's
this is a very powerful man.
Yeah,
very powerful
now,
man.
now this is going to be very social. Now there will be Franciscans watching this, and so prepare yourself. You might be stolen by the friars. Maybe you are practicing this way better. But also, you know, I also didn't know the difference, whether there was a diocesan and a religious, and I always got confused. I thought everyone is just a priest, you know. You raised that important issue. Someone who would maybe want to learn more about St. Francis, what would you encourage that person to do? Do you have maybe any specific books or prayers that you know, enhance your spirituality of St. Francis? Talk to the young guy there who would like to follow that spirituality as well.
For me, I learn about Francis every year on the 4th of October. It is his feast. And my priest will tell me about Francis. See, even I used to follow on YouTube who's Francis. There's a prayer that he composed. I don't know by
is that the famous one, you know, where there's no peace? Instrument of peace.
I used to pray it every time. And I said, "I man, maybe
this makes sense."
Maybe I must follow this guy."
No, that's powerful. Any insights on maybe after your experience today? Now I'm interviewing you now. After your experience of St. Francis of Assisi, are you also following now?
Following Francis?
Yeah.
Not really.
Oh God. You're not forced though. Yeah.
Nah, not really. I don't want to lie. But then in my upbringing, my childhood was literally influenced by Dominicans.
Dominicans?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Guzman.
yes, even my diocese, Concert Diocese, was founded by Dominicans. So I somewhere in my life, like, I looked up to them, but then we're here now.
Yeah. Maybe take us to Eswatini, you know. is there a difference between South Africa and Eswatini? And I'm just talking about, let's say the vocation-wise, not so much on social stuff. And what is your feel that you have stayed Eswatini, coming to South Africa? What is the environment like?
I would say maybe vocation-wise, there is no maybe that much difference, because we do have the religious and we do have the Tao system, but the Tao system, I think, is the one dominating at the moment, because we have one Tao system.
Yes.
And the religions, they are also vocations. They are also vocations. They do get them, and even the Tao system. But it's hard for me to try to compare the two countries, because South Africa is a very, very big country, and it got a variety of cultures, whereas in Lesotho we have one culture, and we do the same thing, almost all of us. So yeah, it's a bit different for me to
It would be interesting to know about your saint now that people have revealed their saints, the Saint Dominic, the Saint Francis. Who inspires you, bruh?
I don't think I would say there is one really. Because
please say Saint John.
Maybe I would go with Saint Lawrence.
Okay. Why Saint Lawrence?
Because while I was in Alta Seva at my parish, I used to have a conversation with my parish priest of that time, and I used to ask him about maybe how do people come to have a saint's name, because most people they do have like let me use Lawrence because I think about it. Yeah, like you find that other people simply Lawrence, and I mean then what I like about Lawrence is that I once read
is that Lawrence the Deacon?
Lawrence the Deacon, and there was a story that says one day there were people working in the place, and those people lacked some things to continue working, like such as like food that will bring them energy. And they it said that there was a miracle. There's a miracle that happened there, and those people suddenly got food, like somebody brought food, not like came from heaven. Yeah. So I think that particular moment when I read it, it inspired me, because most people in our societies food crisis. Food crisis. So,
I can imagine.
yeah.
Wow.
Maybe now you can start praying. We also have some food.
But then coming back to the seminary, what are the strategies or practices that are literally in place to promote well-being or resilience?
Yeah.
Since you're speaking about the food, are they? Do you go to gym regularly? Do you have spiritual direction? Do you have formation groups? And what are the conversations in those formation teams or groups?
But as you know that the seminary has got formation has got 4 pillars.
Okay.
And the person have to make sure that he balances those aspects. Yeah.
Can you share the 4 pillars to our viewers? Maybe they might be interested in 4 pillars.
Maybe I'll say
4 pillars, and then they look around.
Maybe the first one will be the intellectual formation, and the other one spiritual, and then the
human.
Yeah,
right?
human, yeah.
And another
And-
one, Bandile.
You mentioned
Spiritual, intellectual.
intellectual, human,
Pastoral.
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 Yes.
Okay.
My favorite.
Oh, is it your favorite?
Wow. I'm Fundis.
I like to work with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your question was, can you maybe?
Yeah, like strategies and practices that are in place, to promote well-being and
Okay.
resilience.
Okay.
Yes. I think we did resilience in last year
Yeah.
in Cape Town.
Yes.
So yeah, in terms of resilience and well-being, I think I will focus more on well-being because here in the seminary, as I said before, we get the time to go for sports, gym, recreation,
Psychologists,
and
counseling.
and I think for me the one that works for me is the exercising physically.
Okay.
It's exercising physically because it helps me to be awake and to keep my body fit and to keep my my mind active. I really advocate that one because it's for me it's very helpful. It's very helpful. And also concerning resilience, I think as maybe we can define it like the ability to bounce back where you are maybe after a certain maybe challenge or something. I think it is in the seminary we have the groups to share every Thursday, I guess. No?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have those groups, and I think it is where maybe I try to bounce back because by having those groups, I get the opportunity to share what's going on for me. That's maybe those days. I try to communicate it with my brothers and try to get how maybe can I go about this problem. You see.
Now that you are doing your first year and very soon there are fifth years who are leaving, how do you feel about that? I mean, there's a lot of years between these two groups, and you just came to the seminary. You have about 6-7 years still, and there's a group that is leaving just next week. And how do you feel about that? How tell us about your feelings.
Oh yeah, that's very.
Do you sometimes ask yourself, will I make it until?
Yeah, of course I do. Of course I do.
Yeah.
For me, that's very sad that there are people who are leaving because you see, at this time I can say I'm still trying to settle down.
Okay. Which is fair, yeah.
So and I was trying to get him to know the place, and then suddenly just boom, these people are leaving now. Yeah. And you see, we're trying to have some conversations, like even if you don't talk to that person daily, but just maybe seeing him going there, but you can, because we are connected. Each and every person is connected to each other, because even if it's not your friend, but you're connected.
Sure.
So I think that's very sad for me. That's very sad.
Yeah, but it's something that happens everywhere. In workplaces, high schools, universities, there are always people coming in, people going out, and I think it's a life cycle, in my opinion. But Punangi is like you. I like to refer to you. You are short, right? You are short. I know I'm short, and at home I'm the tallest. I'm talking about. Yeah. So whenever I see someone who's very short, I'm happy. I get happy. I don't want to lie. I'm taller than my father. I'm taller than my sister, and everybody in the family. So whenever I see people like you, I say, I feel more confident. But tell us about your feeling also. I mean, and what motivates you to continue every day?
Yeah, what motivates me to see the final guys going out. one of my thousand brother, he said to me, "Ah, no, jabula, cause if mina ngiphuma ngishayela wena
Space.
which is true.
It makes sense.
That's only choice, man. That's only choice.
Yeah.
At least I have a space.
The space, yeah.
The more
there's progress.
the more ngiphuma ngiyangena.
Yeah.
You see?
Gents, we are Africans, and you go home very soon. We will be going home after the examinations, and your friends, your mates, your former school mates and age mates and all that will be asking you about celibacy. You know, they don't, let's be honest, people don't understand celibacy out there, and they probably think that these guys are mad, you know. They want a married life, they want to have families, and you share a little bit about that. But how do you, not to convince, but how do you express yourself to your friends about celibacy? What do you say celibacy is? And maybe you can share your insights. How do you live with celibacy?
Maybe.
I know it's a challenging topic, but we've got to be honest about it. That's our lives, you know. Yeah, sure.
See, it's a very difficult thing for someone to believe that it is there, and as we are Catholics, and we are in this journey of the priesthood, or to be. The church has got its own teachings, and then among those teachings there is celibacy, which I can maybe say it's a celibacy is something that it makes us to dedicate ourselves to the work of the Lord. So I think I don't think I can say much about it, but I can just define it like that. That is our dedication. It's how we show ourselves that we really want to give ourselves to the work of the Lord at all times.
What do you say to your friends at home? What about maybe when you're doing pastoral work and stuff? Do you lead those vocation workshops as you used to?
Since I'm a seminary and I never.
Why not?
I was not invited.
But charity begins at home. You should start it yourself. You know, you just go home and yeah. But what do you normally say? Let's say to your friends and yeah.
Yeah, because firstly, I know that they don't understand the celibacy. I just tell them celibacy is just to abstain from marriage, sex. You see, ngesiZulu sithi ukuzimisha. But awuzimisha ukuthi angeke uthole lutho. Yabo. Uzimisha for umsebenzi othize that will benefit other people, like I'm a call. As my father said, we do this thing to dedicate fully. You see, that makes sense. Because for me, I love pastoral life. I love pastoral life. So I make sure that I give people what they want. Even when I'm giving maybe a verse to share with them, I make sure they
get something.
They get something. Even I don't like to be superior, because now I'm a seminarian. I must not go with them. No, I do go with them. I do enjoy with them. but I know, man. I know what I'm doing in the church that I'm in a certain person, and since last year, I think now they understand. You see what is
yeah, I think you define yourself as somebody who's available,
Yes.
and I think this is what Pope Francis talks about.
Yes.
For smell like your sheep, and
Yes.
where your people are, and I think it's a very important thing to do.
Brothers, looking ahead, what advice can you give to maybe a young person, a young guy out there who's really interested to embark on this journey? What insights would you share with them based on your own experience?
For me, if maybe you are feeling like you want this way, you want to be a priest or religious or a brother, just feel free, pray about it, discern about it, take your time, don't rush, because you will rush this thing only to find that this is
It's not yours.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but you have to, if you really feel, please come and join. Come and join.
Fiso, what's your take?
Yeah, my take is that one has to take this decision by himself. He doesn't need to be told by other people to join, because as I have heard from other people that if maybe you are doing this for somebody else, or you are fulfilling somebody else vocation, it's gonna be a problem. But it is better that when you chose it by yourself, not like maybe Gogo told me to join, like Mama told me to join. No, you have to choose it yourself.
So what I'm actually looking out for the viewers out there. There are so many vocations out there, hey? So what are the prerequisites that are needed for one to join the seminary? And what is the seminary looking for? Like, are there any certain characteristics that the seminary is looking for in any individual who's interested to be a seminarian?
Yeah, I think the seminary is expecting you, firstly, to be humble, respectful, a prayerful man. Also in academics, you have to be good. The seminary. You are really studying, but if you want to be a priest, you
have to work with it.
Yes, you must be humble, because this is not our thing.
Okay.
It is for God's.
Okay.
Because I've seen people they forgot that this thing is not ours. It is for God. It's not for us.
Wow.
So we have to imitate Christ.
In that note, I think let's go to have some more water. See Lapa. SJV podcast conversation, and I'm your man James Beck, and I'm an namhlanje silapha ke thina namhlanje studio. Kondizi, we'll be right back.
Maybe I'll say
It wasn't really that bad, because my then partner, you know, she knew everything. She knew about my spirituality, you know, my ambitions and everything. So we sat down, you know, and I told her everything, and it wasn't really no biggie.
Okay.
But then
But no one cried.
Obviously, you know.
We are back here in our studios, if you just tuned in now, welcome to this our SJV conversation that comes every Friday. You can get, as I said at the beginning, my co-host tonight is Zungu. So namatudamatha apa seminary asiqalela ngezinto ezininzi ezenzekayo SJV nangempilo yabo ke. Before we went to the commercial break, we were talking about celibacy, and I think the guys were sweating one or the other. And I just want to ask them about their hobbies. What do they do when they are free, when they are off, and what do you do yourself? I think one of you mentioned that you engage into sports, but what are your hobbies? What do you do when you're free? And maybe also, what do you do with your free time?
Yeah, on my free time, in most cases, like I go to socialize with my brothers, in my corridor, and sometimes I go out to the mall just to take a walk, and if maybe it's a Wednesday or Friday, I do go play soccer. Engage in sports, yeah, and sometimes play snooker in the game room there. Yeah, nothing much.
Don't be afraid to tell the viewers you are doing martial arts.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's from Cape Town.
Oh,
I've been doing it from Cape Town.
Sometimes I do go to the gymnasium.
Yeah,
I do go to the gymnasium to do some lifting, some. Great.
Okay. Did you go to school for that?
No, I didn't. In Cape Town I had a lecturer. In fact, I had a lecturer who did martial arts. So every Monday we used to go there to do martial arts with him.
Wow. I can't imagine you lifting weights. What do you do? You might as well break your bones. Yeah.
You see, when I was doing grade 10, I used to live, but
is it?
No
one is growing up.
Yeah,
you know, I did the same thing, and I think it also plays an impact. I did a few lifting, you know, and
really?
we would even compete.
Yeah.
You would see here SJV in
Sports
what is the sports day? Is it October? So, yeah, there would be people lifting, and it's a competition. So we used to do that, but our weights were not, you know, the original stuff. We made them out of cement and stuff. Yeah, now I know your problem. Now I know your problem, because I can imagine you're the shortest at home. Am I lying?
No, you are not.
You see? Yeah. What? But by the way, what are your hobbies? What do you like to do in your free time?
For me, I like to think. You know? So, I like to play chess.
Oh, okay.
Snooker.
Okay.
Pool. Yes, I like to play snooker. I like to play soccer, but I can't play soccer.
Why not?
I don't know.
You don't know the rules, or you don't
I know the rules, but
or you don't know how to kick the ball. What's happening?
You know, me with
That's also the case with me.
Is
Literally.
it? Oh, you can't.
I used to play soccer in Cape Town. I was a goalkeeper, but then we got here. First match, Tabang, Bangkok 10. 10 need. Imagine
Your very first match.
my first match as a goalkeeper in SJV. They scored like 10 goals. I'm like, and I started saying, it's my ankle.
Oh, you said you come up with it.
Yes.
Now, yeah.
It was my last day playing soccer. Now I play tennis. I do lift weights. You know,
Okay.
a bit. Yeah.
Let me also be honest. I can't play soccer. I'm a rugby player. I played. Yeah, I'm from the Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
That's where rugby is born in South Africa. In the Eastern Cape, it's not about your body. It's about chess.
Okay.
You know how to dodge people
Yeah.
when you have the ball.
Yes.
With my body, I was good with two positions, wings, both wings, 11 and 14. So once I grab the ball, you'll never touch me again. So you play with your skills. It's not only about your physique. Sometimes it's about the speed. But when I channel that speed into soccer, it's something different because I'm not holding the ball.
Yes.
I'm kicking the ball.
Yeah.
I'm chasing the ball. People are chasing me and the ball. You know, But with me having the ball on my hand, it's something different.
Yes.
You can easily dodge. You can dive. You can, pass the ball quickly. So I think it's good to have hobbies. By the way,
But I must say that all of these hobbies, like I feel like they contribute to the channeling or transmuting all the sexual energy, and it all boils to the point of celibacy again. Really,
I wanted to ask you a difficult question now.
Okay.
Behind the scenes, you mentioned that before you come to the seminar, you've got to say goodbye to your girlfriend. And how was that? Now I'm asking you, my co-host.
Yeah, well,
did you say goodbye?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did.
How was the feeling then?
It wasn't really that bad, because my then partner, she knew everything. She knew about my spirituality, my ambitions and everything. So we sat down, and I told her everything, and it wasn't really no biggie.
Okay.
But then
no one cried.
Obviously,
Because I'm sure Bandiles cried or something.
I didn't really cry, but I was literally happy that, like, finally I'm going to do something that I love, something that I'm called for, So I don't know her side, but then she probably cried, but then we good.
Are you still in contact or something?
Not really. Like, last time I spoke with her, it was 2 months ago. Yeah.
Is it? All right. All right, I think now we can wrap up, and maybe if you have a last question for the guys.
So, we live in, I must say that the viewers have to know, like, we live in a very luxurious, area, Waterkloof. We have a very expensive mall here, Brooklyn. I went there to, what did we buy? Like, Coca-Cola 500 milliliter. Normally the price is like 1,600, but then there at checkout, you find it 22 rand. I'm like, what's going on? It's a lot. So I want to ask the guys, how are you being able to maneuver through the surrounding areas? Can you afford the place, the things that
the Pretoria life at large?
Exactly. Do you make time to make friends outside of the seminary, or is it a challenge?
For me, starting with the luxury life, it was my first time seeing these beautiful buildings, beautiful people.
Sometimes celebrities as well.
Yeah, sometimes celebrities, I would just say, yeah, but in terms of financially, I think it is a challenge. Even for now, it's a challenge because I'm coming from a poor family. Even though the diocese is giving us something, but in terms of socializing with the people, we used to go to the park and see people there. And I have a friend now here in Sunnyside. Yes, I have a friend.
Okay,
but still, it is hard to go there because I have to take an Uber. Hopefully, I'm going to use to this place, but in terms of financially, I'm not struggling a lot because the seminary is providing us everything.
Because when you eat meat every day.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for having come to our studios to bless us with your visit. Now we will invite you again, maybe just to check up on you and your Pretoria life again. But before we say goodbye to our viewers, I want to ask the guys, any last words to young men there, also girls who would like to join the religious life? What would you say to them, especially to your own parishes and dioceses? How would you promote that vocation to them?
I can say, whenever you are feeling like we are called to this life, please, while we are descending in it, feel free to contact with any seminarian, any priest, any sister, or any religious. Maybe you will understand our life, and then you will choose for yourself whether you are joining, because at the end of the day it's about you, because you are the only one who's going to save the church. Please don't be shy.
We need priests.
Yes, we need priests.
That's what Dini.
I think all have been said. But what I would like to make emphasis on is that being a seminarian doesn't mean that one will become a priest. And also, being a seminarian doesn't mean that one does not have to have a social life. Seminarians also are encouraged to have a social life, engage with girls, with everyone. With everyone. It doesn't mean that you're a seminarian, you are staying at the corner. You have to have a social life, live with people.
And I must say, James, it's very imperative, to be grounded in prayer, like be a man of integrity, man of prayer. Because at the end of the day, it all boils down to who is calling you, which is Christ. So it's very important to, keep praying. And sometimes you might think you are thinking, and it's God literally saying something. So it's very important to listen and be slow to speak, as St. Thomas Aquinas used to say. Very, very important.
Makenge, thank you very much. Kondezi Makenge, Kondezi. Thank you very much for coming here. Please tune, comment on our bars there on our social medias. We are there as St. John Vianney Seminary on Facebook page, also on our Instagram page. Also, you can follow us on YouTube and watch this podcast. Again, we have a tradition when we close the podcast. You are going to respond saying, "We are feeling scrumptious," all right? We are feeling scrumptious, right? We are feeling scrumptious. Okay, baphulaphuli nani babukeli siyabulela kakhulu ngokuba nibe lapha kuthi namhlanje. Mbo, Kondezi Makenge, we are feeling scrumptious. Until next time, tada.
Peace.